Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. It's me right now by myself. We're having a little technical issues, but there you go. That's why we're having the technical issues. We got that Lions jersey on.
How you doing, sir?
Hey man, I'm happy, man. I'm happy to be blessed to see another Saturday with you, man. Every day above ground is a good day, man.
Hold on. I think there we go. All right, there we go. I had to mute my other side on my Instagram. I was hearing double. There we go. So I'm not. I can definitely see I got the Instagram side working. So I know that's right. I got it right this week. Good morning. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah. There we go. Good morning.
Hey, I'm all right.
Criminals are trying to be. Thank you for everybody for coming out this morning. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm not for sure we on TikTok yet, but I think we're trying to subscribe to those pages. Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix with my name on the Marcus. Subscribe on all of them. All those pages. We want to see you. We want to talk to you. Thank you for coming out this morning to everybody. Get fired up for this 13-4 season we got coming up, going to the playoff and the Super Bowl this February. Super Bowl champions. Let's see what
Hey,
what
man,
hold on.
Time out. What did you say? Because I it went in, but it didn't come out. What did you say?
We'll go back. 13-4. Playoffs. Conference championship. NFC championship game. Super Bowl. Super Bowl champions. Calling them. Putting it out there.
Okay. Woo.
All right, what jersey you got on
I got
today?
on the Oilers. The Oilers won yesterday. I got on Wayne the Great. Wayne Gretzky the Great. The Oilers won last night. Tied it up.
All right. Yeah. We definitely gonna be talking about the conference championship for hockey as well. We got the Oilers and let's see here. Where they see? Oilers and the Stars, the Dallas Stars. Yes. I should know that. I should know that by heart. My Dallas people are gonna be mad at me. My Dallas people are gonna be mad at me. But it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna get it together. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Good to see you, sir. We want to start off by saying rest in peace to Mr. Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. He brought the Colts. No, he actually bought the Colts after they were moved from Baltimore. A few years later, he made some bold moves and had Peyton Manning for some years. Won a Super Bowl. And let Peyton Manning go for Luck. Luck got hurt, and but they've been trying to put it together ever since. And I let you know right there, if you're a team in the NFL, you got to have a quarterback. You got to have that leader in the court in the clubhouse and on the field to get you where you need to be. So rest in peace to that young man. I call him sort of like the modern day Al Davis because he definitely did it his way and all the things that he did. All righty, let's see here. We got Steven. He backing me up with the Tigers in the World Series too. We're gonna talk about them too. Before we do that, we got a segment of the day brought to you by the people who vote every day on Facebook. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Again. It's almost like a broken record, but it's one of those records that you gotta listen to every time. It's almost like Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna talk about him a little bit too later when we get to the NFL. What are your thoughts on this good feud out here? Is it the new Magic and Bird?
No, it can be Magic and Bird. Well, yeah, it could be Magic and Bird because it would be of the female persuasion. It would be African American versus Caucasian. It would be the African American that won the national championship. The Caucasian didn't. And now they blossom to different cities to start this new journey in their life. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is every culture, every race has their GOAT, right? We have Michael Jordan and LeBron going right now, right? As far as Caucasian people are concerned, it was Larry Bird. Everybody who came after Larry Bird, they tried to don the next Larry Bird, and it hasn't worked out, right? Jimmer Fredette, didn't work out. Adam Morrison, didn't work out. Drew Timmy, didn't work out. Okay, let's shift it to the female. Caitlin Clark. Is Caitlin Clark a winner? You could argue it, but not really. Did she win a national championship? No.
Hey, Cunningham.
Huh?
It's Kate Cunningham.
But what I'm saying is she did bring back female basketball to Iowa, right? Because Iowa was a dumpster fire before she got there, right?
She put it on the map.
Did she elevate the program to national championship level? Yes, they did they played for the championship. They lost to Don Staley, though. Then the 1 year they lost to Angel Reese, though. But what I'm saying is, did she take that program such as Christian Laettner did with Duke? They won back-to-back titles while he was at Duke, right? The Fab Five, they played 2 times in the national championship, but they didn't win it. So you can put her along them lines, but as far as with her and Angel Reese, and I hope this gets to her, you need to stop playing. Because you're going to end up ending your career before it really gets to blossom. And why I say that is you're initiating, in order to give pain, you got to be willing to take pain. You're not willing to take pain. You'll give pain, but you're not willing to take pain. Leave Angel Reese alone, please. I'm asking you, as a fan, leave Angel Reese alone. Because you know how you knew you was wrong.
So you said that Caitlin should leave Angel alone because she can't take the pain? No, I think it's the other way. Angel the one that can't take the pain.
Reese's defense. Why would Angel Reese be jealous of her? I beat you for the chip. I don't got to be. I beat you for the chip.
No, I'm talking about on the court, that foul. That's what I'm talking about.
There's a difference. There's a difference in you fouling me and then you being malicious with your foul. That was malicious. The reason why it was malicious, if you had no intent on being malicious, you would have stood there and been like, Angel, my bad. You walked away with the intention on, you knew they were going to grab Angel Reese. That's why I say you better stop laughing and you better start listening. What I'm saying is people in the WNBA is paying attention. So what I'm saying to you as a man to a young lady, stop now before it gets worse. Because think about it, you can't take pain. It was shown last year. Everybody came after her. What did they start doing? Oh, that's not cool how they hurting Angel Reese. I mean, that's not cool how they doing with Caitlin Clark. You're willing to give it, but you can't take it. So this way, bow out gracefully and just play ball.
Okay. Well, to me, I look at it like Magic and Isaiah. Magic had to foul Isaiah hard to let his teammates know, hey, I'm with y'all. That's my boy. But this our team. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to give that hard foul.
Would that be equivalent to when Kobe did Paul Gasol like that in the Olympics? Okay.
Yep. I'm going right through Paul's chest.
Understood. Okay.
Sometimes you got to do it. And, you get it. She got a what was it? Elevated foul. Whatever it is they call it, she got that. Then Aaliyah Boston got a tech for it, and so did what's the girl name? Angel Reese. All of them got fouls and elevated fouls and technicals during that situation. So You know, that's a part of the competition. I've been saying for the longest, this is way more part of the girls' game than we realize. You got to go you go watch a middle school girls' game and how many tie-ups they have and almost fights. And fights middle school, high school, JV, varsity. Those girls' games are way more contentious than the boys' games.
And that's understood. But on the same token, when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA, that's all they talked about. They act like she invented the WNBA, she made the WNBA, and she's there to stay to keep the WNBA going. No, there was 3 women that won back-to-back championships called with the Houston Comets. That was Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, and Cheryl Swoops. So they don't get no just due. What about Teaspoon in New York? Man, the list go on and on. Okay, I even do one better. This young lady derailed her WNBA career to pursue the guy that she actually found innocent and ended up marrying, Maya Moore from UConn. Man, that's what I don't like. Moore. That right there, I don't like. Yep. Don't sit up here and say, "Oh, she's the best thing that ever laced up a pair of tennis shoes." What about Sabrina? The list goes on and on. What about Sabrina? God forbid if Kobe's daughter didn't get a pass. So what y'all gonna do? So what y'all gonna do when baby girl at USC when she comes? Y'all gonna say don't do that, man. I can't stand that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Here's the difference. I was buffering a little bit.
Yeah, I have to
see me?
Yeah.
Here's the difference. All those other young ladies who made the game the Clark is. Caitlin Clark.
They don't do what?
Definitely. They didn't get the viewers. Caitlin Clark is a great player. Ascended to where those other players are. But she's a bigger draw and internationally for the game than what the big three.
Based on what? Based on what?
Numbers,
you haven't won nothing. She didn't win nothing.
I agree 100%. We agree. But at the bottom line, she bringing in the money. She bringing it on sponsorship. Asia probably would not have that signature shoe if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark.
Are you serious?
Brightening the spotlight. Yes.
How can you even compare the two when Asia done won MVP 2 years in a row?
Yes,
and they won 2 WNBA championships.
I agree. However, even though there's been other Caitlin, all them other young ladies didn't have that kind of publicity and make that kind of money. They are making it because of Caitlin.
No, that's false. That's not because of Caitlin. Sabrina got her own shoe. Sabrina had her own shoe before Asia. What are you talking about?
However,
Caitlin Clark,
she got it.
Hold on. My point, what I'm trying to get you to understand is Sabrina had her own shoe. Caitlin Clark was still at Iowa. What are you talking about?
The money was not being made. They did not have. They were still taking commercial flights. All that didn't change till Caitlin got there. The sponsorship, the TV contract, Ion Friday night did not happen until Caitlin Clark got there. You got yeah.
Well, that's why we agree to disagree. I disagree because she wasn't even in the WNBA. Sabrina already had 2 shoes. I got Asia's shoe. I bought the pink one. I have Asia's shoe. Asia and Sabrina already had a shoe before the girl was still at Iowa. Kobe, rest in peace. Gianna, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, forgive me. She has a shoe before Caitlin Clark, and the girl's not even here no more.
However, I agree with you. The publicity behind it, they didn't put that kind of money in the publicity in terms of putting it out there for people to go out and buy until Caitlin got there.
No, that's where you're not getting it. Sabrina Ionescu had a shoe while she was at Iowa. So if Caitlin Clark was that much of a publicity stuff, why was she wearing Kobe's at Iowa and not wearing her own shoe at Iowa? Because it wasn't about Caitlin Clark. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. It wasn't about.
You're right. It's not about
right.
Caitlin Clark.
So how can you say?
At
How
that
can
point,
you say?
it's
So how
about
can you
her
say?
now.
How can you say they blossomed once she got there? They were already there.
I'm not saying that. Okay, their game blossomed. The game on the court blossomed. But in terms of the money that they're able to command, they can't command that now until Caitlin got there. They're blossoming financially.
That's not true at all. No, because what's the difference? Okay, what's the difference between Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark? Sabrina went to Oregon. She didn't win no national championship. Caitlin Clark went to Iowa. She didn't win no NBA, national championship. How many WNBA championships Sabrina has? 1. How many do Caitlin have? None. Right. None. So I'm not getting what you think.
It's a good chance she won't win any at all. It's a good chance she won't win any at all.
So how can you say the WNBA has evolved once she arrived? The WNBA was already there. She just added to the piece.
I'm not saying they evolved. I'm just saying they're making more.
No, they're not.
They're making more money because.
No, they're not. So, okay, the girl from South Carolina, she don't got nothing to do with that. They went 36-0. She don't got nothing to do with that.
Come to town, they got to move the game from the small arena to the big NBA arena. They got to go to the New York Liberty and a lot of those teams. Dallas and the Dallas Wings. This happened all over. To the 15 to 22,000 seat arenas because Caitlin Clark comes.
Okay, so if Angel,
that's what
if Asia Wilson retired right now, and Caitlin Clark retired right now, who would be missed more?
Financially?
No, not financially. Guess who would be missed more?
I would miss Asia more, but the league would miss Caitlin more. At the end of the day, she.
Hey man,
bring
12 o'clock, man.
What it is?
This guy, you tired? You okay? Hold on. Let me try again. You ready?
Yeah.
Repeat after me. 1.
I'm scared to say it. 1,
2, 3. What comes after 4?
4.
You're not here. He's not here today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's not here today. He's not here today. He's not here today. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2,
1,
3.
2,
what comes
3,
after 4?
5.
He's not here today. Don't worry about it. I take control. He's not here today. It's Memorial Day weekend. We go give him a pass. He's not here today.
All right. Is this a real manufacturer's beef, and will it ever go away?
No, it's never gonna go away because it's the same dislike Angel Reese has for Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark has for Angel Reese. It's the same dislike Isaiah Thomas has for Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan has for Isaiah Thomas. That all of those 4, if we live to see them reconcile, it'll be a cold day in
hell. I still think that they friends. They just beat on the court. Caitlin and Angel.
Yeah, see, that's why. That's how I know you're not here today. I try. Okay, 3 for 3. Repeat after me. 1, 2,
1,
3.
2.
What comes after
3,
4?
5.
0 for 3. Woo!
What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say after 4?
Repeat after me. What comes after 4? You supposed to say what comes after 4. That's why you have to have a sleep. That's why you have to get a good breakfast and then, get a good sleep. Get a good night's sleep.
I ain't never been good at math word
problems.
That
math word. I just want to make sure
the plane going 35 miles an hour. The train going 75 miles an hour.
We got a lot of people watching us, man. We got a lot of people watching us. I just want to make sure you're here.
I'm here. Me and word problems don't get along.
You know what? Stop
Well,
watching.
if a plane is going
You
100
gotta
miles an
stop
hour
watching
and the
Sticks.
train is going 75 miles an hour, when they
You
going
gotta
to
stop
collide?
watching
They
Sticks.
don't, because one is in the air, one on the ground.
Stop watching Sticks. Right, see?
I didn't borrow it yet.
Hey, when you come back to the D, you can take it with you. I've been the made a CD up, so you can take.
I'm about to find somebody to make a copy of it. All right, last night we had Ion Friday. Shout out to Ion. They're doing a great job of promoting women's sports. They have soccer nights as well as girls basketball. Last night we had the let's see here. We had 4 games, 3 of which was on the East Coast. On the West Coast. They were links. Let's see. Come on back here. Quit moving. All right. The Sun Elite 77-76. The Mystics in the 875-72. The Golden State Valkyries beat the Sparks 82-73. And the Seattle Storm, my pick to win it all, beat the Phoenix Mercury. Sports, you gotta love them. I like Ion. You can get Ion on your regular TV, on your regular antenna, reaching the masses. Yes, it reaches the masses. So of CSI back to back before you see Chicago Police or Chicago PD, you're gonna see some good sports too. All right, don't forget to click like, click share. As today's starting off the show with a bang, with a nice, great argument about women's sports. Gotta love it, because why? Because we have every single Saturday, whether it be WNBA, it'll be next week because they get in our country and throughout the world. So we're gonna continue to make sure we support sports, and we have New York. There we go. New York and Indiana, sorry, at noon, and also Dallas and Atlanta on CBS Sports Network. So that's on the cable side of it. We want to make sure we speak to the people who are joining us in the chat. Let's see, we have had some great points today from Steve. We have some great points from Kenneth. Tammy said we looking at things from different viewpoint. Felix looking at skills of the players in the championships. Kamala stating because of Caitlin, the WNBA is getting more popular. Greg is with us this morning. Let's see here. Felix, can you fix moves? Definitely. We have a lot of great. Greg called me a caveman. I ain't heard that in a minute. I've been called a caveman about a lot of things, but that's all right.
I'm looking at. I'm trying to justify that comment Miss Williams made, and so you're saying no. What I'm saying is we both looking at it at 2 different viewpoints. The viewpoint is, was Michael Jordan good for the NBA? Yes, he was. He marketed. They marketed the dunk, all that. So for you to say Caitlin is the WA is getting more popular, the WNBA was already popular before she arrived. If Caitlin Clark chose a profession other than basketball, would the WA be where they at right now? Yes.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
How you figure that?
No. You the numbers are there. Stats are there. Viewership, people showing up to the actual game.
So if she said after this
astronomically,
year, so if she said after this year, I don't want to play ball no more. I'm gonna be a sports commentator. You're gonna watch the game. You're gonna start watching the WNBA to watch her commentate, and you're not gonna watch the WNBA no more.
I won't, but the people who've already been invested in her will.
What is today? Today must be a foolish holiday or something. What is today? Is this on? Are you serious? So okay, if Asia Wilson retires, would the ratings go down?
No.
Okay, I quit. What is today? I quit.
It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
So if Caitlin Clark retires, the ratings gonna go down?
Yes, immediately. Yes.
Woo! Boy,
Yes, it will.
oh boy.
She is the boat that has raised the tide for everybody, whether we like it or not.
She
That's your
raised
money
the tide for who?
for everybody, for the entire league.
So she
Juju
okay,
is
so
continue.
is she so
Juju was doing is continuing what she started in college.
she's equivalent she's equivalent to she's equivalent to Bronny playing with his daddy.
Oh, that's a whole different story altogether.
Nah, it's a whole
Anybody
different
trying
story.
to see
I'm over here
Bronny?
stirring the pot. No, it's not.
Anybody
That's
trying
the
to see
same thing.
Bronny?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. We all tuned in to watch him play with LeBron. After he didn't ever play again with LeBron, did the ratings go up or down? No,
For the
yes
Lakers
or no?
game,
Did
yeah,
the
they
ratings
went down.
go up or down?
For the Lakers
Did the
games,
ratings go up or down for the NBA? Once he played with LeBron, did they go down?
we only talk about one subset. The Lakers game, first game, those ratings were very, very high.
Before he got drafted by the Lakers, was the ratings in the NBA up or down?
Usually, the ratings in the NBA are down. They're not either up or down.
Okay, so the night that he played with his father, the ratings went up just for that night, or did they stay up?
They went up just for that night for the Lakers.
Okay, so the night he broke Kareem record, did the ratings go up for that night, or did they go down?
I see that historical moment. Still there? All right. Let's move forward. We're gonna never get out of this. On the Instagram side, thank you, Glenda Palmer, for joining us today. Thank you, Tasha, wonderful person in the state of Texas. One over here, thank you, appreciate you guys for coming in. Don't forget to click like, click share. If you on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, X, leave a comment. We are able to see it. We want to make sure we recognize everybody. We got Kenneth, he's on the YouTube side. We got Steve on Facebook. We got Greg on LinkedIn. So we are able to see what you're saying. We just want to make sure we recognize you and thank you for your participation. All right, we're going to move forward because if not, we'll never get out of this topic. The NBA Conference Finals. Two beautiful series going on right now. We have the Indianapolis Pacers going against the New York Knickerbockers. As on the men's side, we had the Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pacers up 2-0. Oklahoma City up 2-0. Hey, before we even get to the announcements, what do you think about the series? What series do you think is best right now?
Neither, because my team ain't in it. But no, to be honest, I mean, with Tom Thibodeau, I like Tibbs. I think Tibbs is a good coach. But Tibbs is stubborn. You can't play 7 people. You got to play more than 7 people. Can't play 7 people. As far as with Finch over there with Minnesota, I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't. I don't know what's wrong with him. I get it. Shea is the new, if you want to say he could be the new face of the league, he could, because one person that went back and said it, and nobody wants to give credit. And you brought it up on this show, so I give you your flowers. Doc Rivers told y'all a long time ago, why would you trade him? You should have kept him. Mm-hmm. You traded Shea Alexander to Oklahoma City to keep Terrence Mann. How did that work out for y'all?
They traded him for a bag of peanuts.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I don't know what. Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I see Minnesota winning more at home tonight versus Indiana losing more tomorrow at home against New York, because Tibbs only plays 7 people. The deeper you get into the playoffs, you're playing every other night. You just finished playing.
Yep.
You hopped on a plane. You in Indiana right now. You got to play tomorrow.
Yep.
You lose tomorrow, you got to turn around and play. You're going to celebrate Memorial Day, family, friends, whatever y'all do, team camaraderie, ribs and all that. Then you got to lace up Tuesday. And if you're down 3-0, the question is, when you come back to New York, is Indiana coming with
you? Because it can easily go 4-0.
Absolutely.
Easily go 4-0. Because you took 2 on the chin. I wouldn't say they had the moments when it was close, but for the most part, you took 2 on the chin. Of course, it went to overtime. You had a seriously emotional loss. Like you said, that shot was crazy. They came back, and that do something to your psyche. That do something to, whether you want to believe it or not, it do something to your heart. Man, we was up. They came back, hit them crazy shots. What was we doing? What was we thinking? Spike Lee on the sideline losing his mind. What's going to happen?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing like I said in the previous segment. In order to give pain, you got to be willing to take pain. You gave pain. The Pistons gave you pain. The Pistons had you up by 20. You came back and beat the Pistons. You were up by 20 on the Knicks. On the Pacers. The Pacers came. What goes around comes around. It's called karma. But it's all into your coach because he's only playing 7 people. You can't win with 7 people. I don't care if you put a guy out there just to go up and down the court and don't run no offense through him. Tips, you got to play more than 7 people. You have to. Or you getting swept.
Yeah. It can easily happen. It can definitely easily happen. Got some notes here about the NBA fun stuff. Team, of course, SGA. It was finally announced. Giannis, Tatum, and I can see Mitchell. But Tatum, I think that should have been Anthony Edwards' spots. That should have been Ant-Man's spot. Second team, Evan Mobley, Stephen Curry, Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Jalen. Third team, Jalen Brunson, I should say. Third team, Jalen Williams, Cade Cunningham, Karl Anthony Towns, James Harden, Tyrese Halliburton. Sixth man of the year, Peyton Pritchard for the Boston Celtics, Defensive Player of the Year, and also on the second team, offensively, Evan Mobley, the Robin to the Batman of Mitchell. Good choices. What you think?
Do that really mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because stuff, the way who picks the teams? The NBA coaches? Peers? Who picks the team?
It's the writers. It's the voters. It's the top 15 ballot getters of the writers.
Oh, okay. A lot of them probably get on just on popularity, right? LeBron's still making the team.
LeBron James on the second team. LeBron James, in my opinion, did not deserve to be on that second team. And I'm a LeBron fan. LeBron could have made third team. I don't know about that. Harden on the third team. I don't know.
You just said it. You just said it. He was LeBron James, right? So it had to be some of them had to play popularity. James, right?
Yeah, that's a popularity that's a little bit outrageous in my opinion.
Look here, man. I'm not a voter. I'm your co-host. I'm not a voter.
Cade deserved to be on the second or the third team. I give him that. Jalen Williams, yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, yeah. Cat, yeah. Cat has something to prove this season. We moved out of Minnesota, going to New York, so I get that. Peyton Pritchard, he's the man that nobody knows that does all the dirty work. He earned that sixth man of the year. Evan Mobley earned the defensive player of the year. Steph Curry, yeah, but that's still popularity for him too. Ant-Man, he definitely should have been there. I think he should have been on the first team. Jason Tatum on the second team. It's that's just like the baseball. The vote for the baseball to get to the Hall of Fame. We have our opinions, but for the most part, if you don't have a real vote, it don't really matter. But that's crazy. All right, the choke is back after after coming back the other night. Indianapolis, what's his name? What's the boy name? Where's his name? He did the choke. Halliburton did the choke and pointed at Reggie Miller like, I see you. And Reggie Miller pointed right back. First thing I said to myself, I hope Carver don't come back and get them, because Reggie Miller lost that series after he did that choke. He got fined. Of course, it's going to be a fine that's going to come on. He's going to get fined. It's going to be a fine by Monday. They're going to announce the fine. But they still up 2-0, and they can easily still win that whole
They
series.
playing with house money. I would have did worse than the choke. I would have did some Randy Moss type stuff. Remember when Randy Moss did what he did when he played?
Yeah, he did but you know the story behind that?
No, sir.
The reason why he did that is because the fans in Green Bay mooned the team bus. They don't talk about that side. They talk about Randy Moss faking like he mooned the team. If anybody in the league will tell you, when you come in the building and when you leaving, everybody lined up mooning your bus on both sides of the road for the visiting team. They don't talk about that side. That's why Randy Moss did that. He said, I'll gladly pay that fine. But y'all need to tell the real reason why I did that. Here's the real reason why. So I understand that. The origin of the Pacers.
The who?
The Pacers, origin behind the name of the Indiana Pacers. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with the Indy 500.
Terry Fair.
Which is this weekend.
I have no idea.
The reason why they call it do with the pace car of the Indianapolis, they set the pace in every race, first lap. They lead them out. You see those cars going like this, cut in front of them. And see, the pace car set the pace. Get out in front, get them up.
Right.
That pace car. So that's the Indiana Pacers. Only from the ABA.
Oh.
And that's how they got the name. Beautiful name. David Adelman, the head coach. Is he of course, here we go again, son of Rick Adelman. Am I wrong by saying that? Is that right? Am I wrong?
That's who his dad is?
Now, I'm about to look right now. I'm about to look that up.
I didn't know. But if he is, they ain't going nowhere neither. It's over now. Rick went to what, 2? No, he went to 1. Because we beat them. We beat them at 5 that year, if I'm not mistaken. Well,
David Adelman is the son of Rick Adelman.
God.
So here we go. People be talking about the nepotism. Like Fran Sanford said, the nephew-tism.
Did you see what Bruce Bowen tweeted out?
What did he say?
He told him to bring my man back. Coach.
To bring back
bring Malone back.
Yeah, I would. You see much further he got. You know, I understand, they need to do 2 things. Bring back Malone and get rid of what's my man from UCLA? They said that was the reason why he got fired. Yeah, they said because he put up with Westbrook because Jokic liked him.
Oh, okay.
He said that was the main reason why. He said Jokic had Westbrook's back. That's what happens. All right, y'all. Moving forward, don't forget to click like, click share, and don't forget to. I don't have my book with me. I got it, but I forgot to put it in front of me. The man of the hour, too sweet to be sour in the background, Mr. Marcus Hall. Lean in. Let me tell you about him. He is the proprietor of all of this. What we have here. He's the one. This is his vision. Sports talk. We also have on Tuesday nights Love and Stuff at 8:30. The Love and Stuff community. We also have Dr. Valencia Edner with her VA Courage. We have Brother Williams who we got to bring his show back. So what else does he do? He has a show. He has his own TikTok page where he works. He's an HR specialist. So let me lean in. That's what he's going to tell you. Lean in so he can tell you what to do, how to get your resume together, how to ask the questions, how to answer those star questions, how to ask the right question after the interview, how to negotiate your salary, how to make sure you get the right type of insurance, that you get the right benefits after you get the job. You want to talk to that young man and get prepared for your next job opportunity. All right. Don't forget, click like, click share. We on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter X, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. What am I forgetting? Facebook. Right now on the Instagram side, we still have Glendon, Tasha, and one Ovita. I'm sorry I'm not getting the whole name correctly, but we live. We live on the Instagram side. Good to see everybody over there. Come on, join us. What are we trying to be? We try to be this generation's soul train. Sports talk with Kamau and Felix. We're gonna have our own theme music in the background. I'm getting that taken care of right now. My son writing some music, so we when we go from one segment to the other, we have some good music and all. We gonna be if we can be as good as the new dance show, that's gonna be great right there. I may not have a Jerry Curl like the host of the new dance show. What was his name? I can't think of that man. R.J. Watkins. I may not have a Jerry Curl like R.J. Watkins, but we may not gonna turn the show into Geek Time, but we turn into Detroit in the sports talk with Kamau and Felix City all over the country, not just in Detroit. But we worldwide. As long as we got the internets, you can be anywhere you want to be at any time you want to be. All right, moving forward to baseball, we talk about, of course, our Detroit Tigers first. And our Detroit Tigers were last night as they were playing, they were playing the Guardian. They are 30 since the last show. At this point, they have more wins than the next team. But Phillies have a better winning percentage right now. You got the Phillies, Tigers, Dodgers. You have 4 teams on the National League side, 2 teams on the American League side. Because the American the last 20 years or so. That's right. Bless you, boys. I put up the old commercial for more Krim and Tigers continue to do well when they date game, making all the ladies mad when they a lot of teams that have the lights up yet. So making ladies mad, missing their stories. And let's see here. Back in those great fun days back in the 80s. I know you remember this one. What's the last team to get lights at their home field?
The last team to get lights at their home field?
Yes, for baseball. I know you know this one.
I have no idea.
The Chicago Cubs was the last team to get lights. And they stayed in every game that they played in Chicago for the Cubs where it was a day game. The Chicago White Sox had lights, but the Cubs were the last team to put lights up on their field.
Wow, okay.
I forget. I want to say 87 or 88. I want to say was the last year. Was the year? Yeah, at Wrigley Field. I just got to remember what year it was. All right, let's see here. The Phillies are 31-18, where the Tigers are 33-19. So Tigers have more wins, but the Phillies have a better win percentage by having one less loss. All right, they're first in the National League. All right, so I already know the answer to this question. Tigers gonna keep it up?
Every dog has his day.
Okay. All right. I already knew the answer to that question. I already knew we was going with that question. All right. We a little bit behind on time. That's right. That's right, kid. If they gonna bring back the cartoon mascot. The question is, who owns the copyright? I think NBC owns the copyright. Channel 4, I think, owns the copyright. They may not anymore, so they would have to negotiate to get that back. That logo. We say John Tesh.
Yeah, John Tesh. That's the guy who do that NBA thing.
You talking about that song?
You don't know who John Tesh was married to? Connie Selica. You know who Connie Selica is? You know who she played in?
I forget.
Greatest American Hero.
That's right. She was the second lady of Greatest American Hero. That's one of my favorite songs.
Come out. You see that?
That's one of my favorite theme songs to a show. I'm not gonna sing it today, but believe it or not, I'm not gonna sing it today.
You know, the only bad thing about that whole TV show was William Galt.
Oh, the guy, the second banana to the superhero.
He was that was only the downfall of the show.
Yeah. Once he learned how to fly, it was on.
Yeah, William Cat. That was his name. See, I just put it in. It come out, man.
Yeah, I knew who you was talking about immediately. I knew who you was talking about. He always had on that seersucker suit. I'm sorry, y'all. We old. We got to remember all those good.
I just took the 0 away.
I got a few years. Just a few good years on just a few years. All right, we're moving on to the NFL. In the NFL talk, we have good old Aiden, excuse me. Aiden is back. Aiden is back in the he's been fully cleared to go in practice now. You think they rushed that man back?
Man, what segment is this? NFL. No, they didn't rush him back because you're not going nowhere. Doesn't matter if you rushed him early or not, you're not going nowhere. You lost Ben Johnson, you lost what's my man's name? Aaron Glenn. You lost, man. Next topic. Let's move on. Man, I ain't going nowhere, man.
I'm more about the distance. A Tush Push would not be
the Tush Push.
Look, he ain't frozen.
Put to you like this. The Tush Push will go away once a big star quarterback get hurt. Like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, one of them get hurt doing it, it'll go away. Until then, it's not going nowhere.
Purdy just signed a $265 million contract, 5 years, $65 million contract after being Mr. Irrelevant team to a Super Bowl and 2 conference championships. Congratulations to that young man. He has not said a single word, kept his head down, played hard, and even through that bad injury, when he separated his elbow and his shoulder, he just go out there and does his job. You gotta love Brock Purdy. It's something about that kid. He has an all-American face. He looked like a he looks like a younger version of Big Boy. Instead of Big Boy with sandwich, he looked like he could be Big Boy's son. With just a smile on his face.
I give you another one. He look like Gilbert. You know who Gilbert is?
Not Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert. Gilbert's Beaver's friend on Leave It to Beaver. That's who he looked like, Gilbert.
Lord, we need a stat boy. We need a stat boy. So when we make these analogies, he can be in the background, put that picture up, put it up on.
You look like Gilbert.
That's what we need. We've been saying that for long.
What was Derek Gilbert and Larry Mondello?
And I think what was the brother's best friend's name?
Eddie Haskell.
Name, the guy with the curly hair. Eddie Haskell. Eddie Haskell.
Man, it's in here. Just ask. It's in here. You don't need Google. I'm right here. Steve. I'm better than Google.
G Wally. Golly G Wally. That's right. He said that every episode.
G Wally and the best episode is the one when they wrecked Lumpy's car.
That's right. That's right. Episode. That's right. Dad was like, Dad, want me to put the car away? No, son. I'll put it away myself. Why do I remember that stuff? Why do I remember that stuff?
Because you know Terry Fair. That's why.
Oh, Lord. What do you? I'm gonna catch myself from cussing. Every time you say that, now I want to say, bleep, 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 bleep. But I'm not gonna do it. All right. Aaron Rodgers. It's set to say that he's gonna sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the word is he just don't want to go through mini camps and all the training and stuff. He wants to train on his own, but makes sense because he won't be on the same page as the receivers. He feel like he can go in there and just do it just because he Aaron Rodgers. They're going to show up and everybody will elevate themselves. I get it, but you got to get in there. I think it's crazy that Pittsburgh is even entertaining this. I know you need a big name quarterback. We said that earlier. You got to have a big name quarterback. It's like Indianapolis, Peyton Manning, Luck, and after that they haven't had any luck with any of the quarterbacks they've had. After that they did make it to the playoffs, but with a committee of quarterbacks. But that's why you need a quarterback, and I understand that having that guy in Pittsburgh, they haven't had a quarterback. Except for when what's the name, Mr. Motorcycle was healthy. What's the guy in Miami, Ohio, the quarterback that retired? That was in Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger, yeah. Mr. I call him Mr. Motorcycle because he would ride his motorcycle and have accidents. I got something else I want to say, but I'm gonna be nice about him and women in bathrooms. But I'll see. I said I wasn't gonna say that.
You just said it.
Roethlisberger. See, I said I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Mr. Roethlisberger. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna move forward. We coming down the home stretch. We in the 10th segment, which is the NHL playoffs. Right now in the NHL playoffs, we one, and on the other side we have the let's see, Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers. The Panthers, they good fights. That's one thing about playoff hockey. It's going to be some good. So make sure we continue to tune in for that. Next time we have our show, it's going to be the NHL going to be finals. So we get there. We get there quickly. It's that time. One of our favorite. If you're not ready, get ready. Why? Because it's time for sports. About this a little bit earlier. Are you going to watch the Indy 500? I take that as a no. I take that as a no.
No, sir. I'm not watching.
I've always been a fan of Indy 500. One, because I like race cars, because we had the especially when we started having the car racing in downtown Detroit, the open wheel racing, I started liking the racing. I like NASCAR, so I always tune in to just see what's going on. My favorite time to watch Indy 500 when they had one person. You ready for this, Dave? Willie T. Ribs. That's the reason why I watched Indianapolis 500 a couple times, because I want to see who that guy was. I know you know who Willie T. Ribs is. Up until fairly recently, he was the first and only black driver in the Indianapolis 500. Since then, there has been some, but Willie T. Ribs was the first. If you haven't watched it, go out and watch the documentary. I can't say that word right for nothing. The document that they did on Willie T. Ribs and all the stuff that he's done, how he was a legend in stock car before he came to NASCAR, before he came to open wheel racing, and how successful he's been in everywhere that he's gone, and how when the first year he went to the Indianapolis 500, how they tried to kill him literally out of the course by altering his the visor in front of his face, and how he had to learn on the fly how to work that track, and how his timing went down miraculously after he was given a tip by another driver, how he literally shaved almost 15 seconds, maybe not 15, but a bunch of seconds off his timing to even qualify for that first race. So remember that name when you think about the Indianapolis 500, Willie T. Ribs, one of the best names you ever want to have in sports, especially for a black man. Ribs. Gotta love that man. Willie T. Ribs. Let's see here. All right, we move it. Let's see what else we got in stupid sports news. Why does it always traditionally rain every Memorial Day weekend? Seems like every time Memorial Day weekend come around, it's rain in the forecast. The newscasts always say, "Be careful out there with your barbecue. You don't want the rain to put out the fire, because we got rain again this year." Why is that? I wonder why that is. Is it Maybe do we need to move the day?
Nah, man. I don't know. That's a good. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
And do you know the reason, the traditional reason behind Memorial Day?
Yes, to celebrate the veterans, right?
Of course, the veterans. Of course, the origin is in the South, and during the Civil War. Of course, they're celebrating the fallen soldiers, but it was called Decoration Day, where they would go and decorate the graves of the soldiers that were in the Civil War. That was one of the reasons why they started. It was called Decoration Day. Started in the South, celebrating African Americans in the Civil War, and African Americans fighting in the war. Wasn't an official holiday till 1968, and it wasn't always the last Monday in May. But once Congress got involved, they made that change, and now it is still here. Galveston, that's a little bit for Juneteenth, but we're gonna definitely get there. We about 4 weeks of Juneteenth. We're gonna definitely get there. We're gonna definitely have. It's gonna be a little. Have to give me another Juneteenth serve because it'll be swimming on me. It'll be swimming on me. Speaking of swimming, in your neighborhood, normally Memorial Day is open. It may not be warm enough in your area, but hopefully it soon will be. You can get the pool and look at that. I work in Rapper's Delight in the middle of the show, especially to us. We talked about the Knicks. All right. Let's see where we at. We didn't got through all that. Quick. What quick question? Is it really worth watching now? Now we down to the conference final and the final players that are in it now. Is it really worth watching?
Sure. There's nothing wrong with new and up and coming talent. Sure.
Which leads me to my next question. I forgot to write it down. Is there really a face of the league right now in the NBA? Is it really one player, any players that are the face of the league? Honestly,
it was Jason Tatum, but since he got hurt, they're trying to push it on Luka, but Luka won't get in condition, so they probably gonna try to put it on Ant. But to be honest, in my opinion, the face of the league is Shea. Shea Alexander should have 2 MVPs. He should have won it last year.
He won it last year. I agree. Well, I think that leads to my point. I think the face of the league is Joker. They may not want to admit it, but he's the face of the league. He came second in the vote and won it last year. His team gets a lot of publicity right now. You know, he's probably, I can't say he's the biggest draw, but I would say right now he's the face of the league. A kid will say, Memorial Day might get taken away by Trump because it was originally a black holiday. I can see that. I can see that being part of the anti-DEI agenda. I can definitely see that, but I don't think it's gonna happen because it's a federal holiday. But you never know. You never know. All right, young man, we had another great show. We will be back next week, May 31st, the day after the third payday in the month for a lot of good people. So that means you're going to have a little bit more money on your check on that third check in the month. So that's always a good thing to have. We'll thank everybody in all our platforms, Twitter, X, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, if I'm missing one, Instagram. Go on. Subscribe. We really appreciate you because we are on our journey. We definitely going to be this generation's Saturday Soul Train. Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. With who? Kamau. That's Felix. Don't forget, Tuesday night, Love and Stuff. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central with Marcus Home, the man behind the scenes, making everything happen. making everything happen. Well, right now with our predictions, you 13-7 on 14-6. After the win we got from I picked up from last week when I picked the who was it? Who did I pick? Timberwolves or was it Oklahoma City? Whoever won that game, I picked up a win on that game. All right, so right now we got you predicted we both predicted the Knicks to win, so we probably gonna take an L on that one. You predicted the Wolves. You predicted OKC. I predicted the Wolves. We're gonna see how that play out. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you, everybody. Be safe out there with the barbecue pits, out there grilling and barbecuing for Memorial Day. Be safe, and we shall see you, everybody, next week.